Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the broadcast. My name is Gobind and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to everybody that is watching the replay. This video is going to be all about this Taurus full moon that is happening on November 12th. And is going to be a really beautiful, really powerful full moon. We're going to talk about the astrology. I'm going to show you the charts, and we'll see how these energies are affecting us, because hands down, there's a lot going on, and it's really important. I like knowing what's going on, and I'm hoping and assuming that because you're here, you also want to know what's going on. So I want to say hi to everybody that's in the chat. Before I do that, though, make sure that you, if you're here live, you X out of the chat and give the video a thumbs up, and if you're watching the replay, you do the same. And also leave a comment below if you resonate with this astrology. If there's a story you want to share with us, that would be really awesome. And if you're here live, you can let us know that you're here by just saying hello. If anyone ever wants to schedule personal readings with me, you can do so on my website at channelforgrace.guru. Let's see who's in here, and then I'm going to make a couple of announcements too, because there's a lot of fun stuff coming up. So Sparky, welcome. Wendy, welcome. Hey Brittany, how are you? Hey Betsy. Hey Peter. Hey Valerie. Hey Darcy. Hey KB. You're finally able to be here live. That's awesome. I'm glad you're here. Ready to take notes. Yes, there you go. Hey Divine, welcome in. Hey guys. All right, that's everybody that's like participating in the chat, and everybody that's not participating in the chat, hi and welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Hey Heather from Massachusetts, awesome. Hey Lena, welcome in. Thanks for watching, you guys. So let me do a couple of announcements as people are coming in and getting the notification and stuff like that. Hey Kathy, hey Christine. There's a lot of really fun things coming to this channel, and this month and even next month, that I wanted to share with you guys. I'll tell you guys about it now, and then I'll repeat it at the end of the video for everybody that came in late. JRR Core, hello, welcome in. So one of the really awesome things that is happening, you guys, is Jason and I, put up your hand if you know who Jason is from Ray of Light Tarot. He and I have a holiday special going on right now, where he has this special reading that he does which is a map of destiny reading. So all about figuring out your destiny and your future and things like that. And I do natal astrology chart readings. And we have been, for the last 4 weeks, working with a special group of people who are in the Finding the Magic playground. If you don't know Jason, make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. It's called Ray of Light Tarot. So me and him have been working with a special group of people on our 6-week course called Finding the Magic Playground, all about learning how to become a master manifester and step into manifesting and learn what it's all about and the foundational stuff and that information that helps you to really understand how it all works so you can work with it and make things happen in your life. Interestingly, this full moon that we're having is about manifesting as well. So it fits in really well with this theme of manifesting in general. But we've been doing these private readings for these people, and I do the natal astrology reading, and then he pulls some cards for the map of destiny readings. And we've been enjoying them so much that we decided to do a holiday special for you guys who want to get a reading but don't want to pay the full price for the map of destiny reading, which Jason's readings normally cost $150. And then my full-on natal chart reading costs $333. Where I give you literally like a 30-page report and an hour and a half live session as well. But if you are wanting to get in on this deal, which is really amazing because you literally get both things in one, it is only $180. And the details to sign up for it are in the description of this video. So you can just go ahead and sign up for it. You either do it through PayPal, you send that love donation through PayPal or through Cash App to Jason, and then he takes care of it. He contacts you within 24 hours, and then we get your live sessions scheduled. So that's the really exciting news that's coming up right now. So that's going till the end of December, so December 31st, right before New Year's. Yes, we've got a lot of the class peeps in here in the house. Let's talk about, yeah, right, right, Brittany. So let's talk about a little bit of what other things are coming up. So I've been doing, I always look at the channel and do some research and look at how things are going and what can be made better. And things like that. And I've decided to, on a monthly basis, release a collective video for the energies of the video, like the tarot reading. And it'll be a pick a card reading for everyone, for all signs, all zodiac signs. So that's going to be a little bit different than I normally do it. And just be aware that that's coming up and things are going to change a little bit. But you still have, I'm still going to be doing the full moon ceremonies and the new moon ceremonies, and also the astrology videos for the new and the full moon, which I normally do. I'm going to keep releasing pick a card readings. And what I do with the pick a cards is I pick topics that are relevant, that are going on right now during the time. And they've been doing really well. Like, people have been receiving the videos really well. So if you love the pick a card readings, they're going to keep coming. And they're really fun for me to do. I have a lot of fun doing those. The other thing is Jupiter is going to be moving into Capricorn on December 2nd. And Jupiter is one of those planets that's in a sign for about a year or so, like 12 months or so. And it's significant because Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Now, he's been in Sagittarius, which is his home sign. He loves being in Sagittarius since November of 2018. And during this year, it's been a lot about expanding, like fully expanding. It's been about activating that fire within, being really creative. There's a really beautiful conjunction happening on November 24th between Venus and Jupiter that is really going to activate this fiery, beautiful energy that will open up another door, another portal for us to keep manifesting and keep, building towards our future. But once Jupiter switches into Capricorn, the energy is going to really change and really feel different. Instead of feeling more flowy and it's, Sagittarius and free and curious and like exploratory in Sagittarius is going to be in Capricorn, where he is going to show us basically how to get serious about how we're going to expand and how that's going to literally look like. Basically, like how we're going to literally start to build this dream, this reality, this goal, or this ambitious goal that we've been wanting for ourselves, that we've sort of manifested the idea, and now it's real time to start like truly building it and start kind of packing your bags and start climbing up that mountain to like officially make it happen. And so this is going to be a very significant transit that's going to affect all of us in very, you know, in a collective way, but also in a very individual way. And so I'm going to be making videos for each of the zodiac signs. So the sun sign and rising sign are going to be very significant. And those videos will actually be, I'm trying to put them on Vimeo. I still have to find out exactly how that all works, but the goal is to put them on Vimeo available for purchase, and it'll be like under $10 purchase for this. So, but I'll be doing that more often. These are kind of videos that I'm going to start bringing in to the community as well. So wanted to let you guys know about that. There's two videos that are on queue for me to record. And they are the psychic gift of your moon sign video, and then also your superpower. I might combine that into one video, but basically it's like, what are your psychic gifts based on your moon sign? And then what is your superpower based on your sun sign and rising sign? So those two videos are going to be coming out within the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be recording them and doing them, and they're going to be really exciting. And hopefully there'll be more videos like that coming out. And whatever topics you guys are really interested in knowing, you have to tell me, like give me the feedback, let me know, so I can plan to make some like fun videos for you guys on those topics. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about is next year, 2020 is a powerful year, and I have been toying with the idea of, so what program, what training am I gonna do next? And I think it's gonna be the Moon Goddess training. I literally did the Moon Goddess training about a year ago, like last January. We started on, like, it was a solar eclipse, I believe. And it was beautiful, and it was like 6 weeks. It was all women, and we learned how to embody the divine feminine and step into our power as goddesses. So that might be in the works. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it. It's the format is going to be probably slightly different than last year. So feel free to sign up again if you want to. But it'll be beautiful, and it'll be a 6-week program as well. And okay, so then there's this other idea. I mean, this is a lot. I know this is a lot, you guys, but thank you guys for like hanging in there and telling you all the updates and all the things that are happening, and then we'll get into this moon. But the last thing is that I'm also working on creating an astrology course, like a basic astrology course, because there's a lot of desire. You guys have told me, I posted, if you want to go back to the post that I did, it's on my community board here on YouTube, and respond to the question of what would you like to see if I created a course. That would be awesome. But the main thing that people want is some kind of astrology course, like a basic course that teaches you about how to maybe read your natal chart, something like that. So all of those things are in the works. So thank you guys for being patient while I let you guys know of all of that. Yeah, updates are really fun. Yeah, the Moon Goddess training sounds like fun, KB. Betsy says, yes, great idea, awesome. Yes, I know. Like a basic course to teach you guys about astrology and, you know, basically teach you how I kind of learned how to do this, but so that you can like learn to read, you know, your own chart. So, oh, thanks, Teresa. You are Sparky? Oh, I love that. I love that. Yes, and then you guys, because you've done, actually the people from the Finding the Magic Playground, you guys actually get $100 off because you've done one of my trainings or one of my courses. But I haven't told you guys yet about that. I'm just telling you that right now. Any future courses with me, you get $100 off. So that's really awesome. So let's talk about this moon, yeah? Thank you. I haven't really been looking at the chat very much. Is making your videos a lot of work? It's easy for me because I'm very techie and I love doing it. So it doesn't feel like work to me. It just feels like so much fun. But I guess for someone it could seem like a lot of work. I think it really depends on if you have fun with it or not, you know. I'm just going back and got the natal reading from Jai already. So but yeah, I know. So if you get the actual full natal chart reading from me, you can do that on my website. It's yeah, it's legit. I go deep. I actually cover transits for all of 2020 for you. That's if you get my own personal reading. But the holiday special that we're doing with Jason, I'm just going to cover main points like destiny, north node, south node, Chiron, how you heal, what aspects of healing are present for you right now in your life, and how do you step into the healer yourself, and a lot of and looking at your natal chart and all the major aspects that kind of communicate with each other to create your personality. And it's actually really, it's beautiful. Either type of reading is really amazing. I am very Gemini. Darcy, I'm very Gemini. Have you started on new jewelry? Oh my God, Valerie. I just found out that next weekend there is a gem show here in Portland. I'm like, what? Oh my God. I'm like, I'm so there already. My mind's like, ooh, I wonder what I'm going to get. But yeah, so what I'm planning is, this is my idea that I had. I still have to design it and figure out exactly how it's going to work. But I want to make zodiac like pendants, like necklaces and stuff like that. So you can have like your sun sign, rising sign, moon sign, and like Venus sign, or maybe just your sun sign or your rising or something on a little necklace, and the cute little jewels on it with the stone of the actual sign. So yeah, I know, right? So it's like brewing, you know, like this is how ideas come to me. Like I brew them for like a month or more, and finally they like one day it just channels through and it's like, all right, boom, there it is. But I've been doing the research, I've been figuring out what I want to do with it and how I want to design it, and I'll find the best way to do it. I also want to make some I have some really beautiful emerald, like cute little emerald jewels that I want to make some stuff with as well. So that's more like a ascension necklace, or integrating the 9 dimensions necklace, like energy, because the emerald is a really powerful stone. And you think about the tablets, the Thoth tablets, and he was like all about that emerald, the emerald tablet. So yeah, I know. I'm really excited, Teresa. And so I want to be able to make something that is going to be very easy for me to remake over and over and over again. So I can, and that it's super like affordable for people. So I can make many of them and everybody can have their cute little like necklace made by Jai. All right, let's get into this moon, you guys. Oh my God. How long have we been on? I've been just blabbing. So the first thing I want to say about this moon, this full moon in Taurus happening on November 12th, it's basically next Tuesday, and we will be having a full moon ceremony on that day, is the fact that right now we're in Scorpio season. The sun is in Scorpio. It's not going to move out of Scorpio until about the 21st. I think maybe the day right after, a day or a few days right after Mercury goes direct, the sun switches into Sagittarius. So it's like this intensity that we're feeling right now is even magnified with this Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. And the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio is a really long retrograde. It means that Mercury is in Scorpio for like 3 weeks, and that's a really long time. It's like 20 days of a retrograde. Compared to other retrogrades, this is significantly longer. And what it's actually, right, the retreat, I know the retreat is another idea that's coming up. But what is actually, going on right now is that it's almost like you're standing in front of a murky lake. A murky lake, and you somehow are able to sort of clear the murkiness of it and like start to see really clearly. Or it's almost like there's a mirror and it's really dirty and you're cleaning it out, right? You're like cleaning all the dirt from it, and you're seeing a very clear picture of what you really are, because the mirror image is like you're looking at yourself and you're seeing all these things about yourself. And we're processing a lot right now too. Things are coming up, like the clarity is coming up, the truth is being revealed about our true belief systems, about our, thought patterns, about our habits, about what we do on a regular basis, about where we're really at, and how it's showing up in our lives is things are coming up from the past. Like I've been, Jason has been talking about it a little bit, but I've been processing things from a year ago that has been kind of this ongoing theme in my life, and it kind of resurfaced today. The emotions of it are resurfacing, and so that's probably what you're experiencing. Like the emotions come up, and when you haven't like officially let go of something, or when you have officially like let go of something, what tends to happen is you look back at it and you think about it, and it no longer has that same effect, emotional effect that it once had on you. That's when you've like truly healed from something. When you no longer continue to have that intense reaction, like emotional reaction to the thought or the memory of something happening. This could be in relation to anything in your life, any kind of situation that you've been through, any kind of relationship that you've been through, things like that. So what's been happening right now for all of us is that things are coming up for us, and we're sort of having to look at them and sort of feel them one more time and make a decision and be clear about where we're at and where we want to go. It's kind of like, it feels like a cleansing. It feels like a cleansing right now. And this full moon is happening exactly in the middle of this sort of like emotional storm. That's why I titled this video "The Eye of the Storm," because I feel us in this like hurricane kind of energy where emotions keep coming up and we're having to release. Like I've been, personally, the way it's been experienced for me is I've been crying the last few days. I've been like releasing, like emotions have been coming up, and I can feel like that there's a reason for it, that we really have to allow ourselves to feel what comes up, because that's what the Scorpio season is about. Change. It is a really powerful opportunity for us to really dive deep and really change the things that we want about ourselves, and stop just talking about it and actually doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what's going on. That's really what's going on for all of us. And so this full moon is like right in the middle of it. And so it gives us an opportunity to breathe, to take a moment, come up for air, like feel the stillness one more time, or feel the stillness in general, look around you, find some more clarity, and move forward from that space stronger, because you've reconnected, you've realigned. So this is a moment of reconnection for all of us. This is what this moon is really about. It's a moment to regroup ourselves. It's a moment to find gratitude for gratitude in our lives, and to realign with what we truly want to manifest and let go of, and what needs to be released. Because we're literally going through an energetic cleansing. That is what Scorpio season is. That's the general theme of Scorpio, but it just is so much more powerful because of this Mercury in retrograde. And remember that the moon is exalted in Taurus. It loves to be in Taurus. And Taurus is that energy of grounding. It's that energy of an emotional steadiness in the middle of the chaos. It's a time to re-energize, to forgive, to be grateful, and to find balance in our lives. And also to see the beauty all around us, because when you're in the eye of the storm, you remember the stillness, and you remember that moment that stillness brings, which is clarity and understanding. And then love, because your heart opens. And Venus does rule Venus, or Venus rules Taurus, or however you want to say it, vice versa. But it rules Venus, and it also rules the second house of values. And so this is also a moment for us to take a look at what do we really value in our lives. And what we value right now has dramatically changed, because Uranus has been in Taurus for a while now, and Uranus wants change, but it wants the change to be very material in Taurus. It wants it to be physical. Things that happen that affect you on an external level. Structures changing, like you change where you live, which is what I've been experiencing. Changing jobs. So like things that like on the outside are very different than what they were. And then also, you know, what you believe in and what you value and what's important to you has been changing. And this is a moment for us to see where we're at, to see where we've come, what has changed, and what else needs to change for us to get to where we really want to go. Because there's still changes coming. It's just a moment of clarity where we finally get to see where we stand. Some of the questions that you are going to want to ask yourself about, you know, during this full moon, during this week even, is where have you been like too lazy or over self-indulgent? That's very Taurus. Where have you been stubborn? Have you been stubborn? Have you been exercising? Are you taking care of your body? Have you been doing a little too much comfort eating? Because emotions have been like at a max. And what that does when we have to face things like that, we tend to go to what comforts us. And sometimes that's food. And I know I'm guilty of it. I've been like just eating what makes me feel good, even though it's not necessarily the healthiest choice I can make. And there's a time for that. And then there's a time to be done with that. You know what I mean? And so just watch yourself. That's really what's really important about this time, is like you have to just like watch yourself. Like, how are you responding? Hey, Joan, thanks for that donation, Darcy. Hey, Alexa, are you reacting to things and not thinking about consequences? Are you just having reactions, or are you actually giving yourself a moment to reflect, right? Because when we feel off, which a lot of us have been feeling off, it's easy for our old negative habits to come back. You go into hermit mode? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, comfort eating? Yeah. I literally had a bunch of cake and tea. Yeah, so our negative habits, our old negative habits come back. That's why it's important to stop and take a look at how you're treating yourself. What are you saying to yourself right now? Do the check-in and realign so that you can keep focusing on what really matters, on what you really value. And that is, you know, in essence, what this full moon is going to be bringing up for us. But I want to show you the chart, and I want to talk a little bit about some of the aspects that this moon is making and that are happening on this day that are significant to how it's going to affect us. So I'm going to switch over to the chart, and I will be able to show you once I get it live. You guys are looking at the picture right now, but there's still a number I need to get right here before I can officially take notes on it. Okay, so this is the chart. Let me know if you guys can see the chart. You're going to yoga tomorrow? Nice. Yeah, it's not scary at all. That's right, Barb. The veil, yeah, the veil is raising for sure. So, here we go. Can you see it? Okay. Yep. All right, we are good to go. So here we have the moon, the lovely moon over there in Taurus at 19 degrees, 51 minutes. And then we have the sun over here in Scorpio at 19 degrees and 51 minutes. That is how you know that this is a full moon, because the sun and the moon are exactly opposed each other. The major thing that's happening with this moon that I want to talk about is this Mercury right here. Mercury is conjunct the sun right now. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, this is crazy. This is not right now. I mean, on November 12th. This is the chart for November 12th, for next Tuesday, for the actual full moon. The sun will be conjuncting Mercury, meaning that more of this, what I've been talking about, will be coming up because it'll be focused right in our face, right? The conjunctions are where things are right next to each other. It's like that mirror image where you're looking straight at yourself. And on the other side of the spectrum are our emotions, our feelings. Mercury is the mind, the sun is our identity, and the moon is our emotions. What this literally is, you guys, is the battle between the mind and the heart. Sometimes we have this thing going on where our mind just likes to take over, and it wants to calculate things logically, and it wants to make sense of everything in a logical way. It wants to understand, it wants to know why. When our ego takes over, we can't listen to our heart, because the ego only wants, and it cannot by nature allow someone else to take the lead. In this situation with this full moon, you're going to get some people who are going to be, or just in general, not just because of the full moon, but just in general, you're going to get people who, push their feelings down, who refuse to look at the wounds that like literally need healing. You're going to get people that don't believe in the magic of life, the magic of the heart to heal, by looking at and facing what hurts the most. And this isn't about like reliving the past, but it is about understanding in a new way. It's about gaining insight, a new perspective on life, and knowing that by doing so, you are like releasing, you're shedding the skin like the snake does. You're letting go of what no longer serves you. And you can also take this to the other side, to the other extreme. It's actually not about killing the ego. The ego serves a really important purpose. It's about learning to make the ego work for you. Instead of you are a slave to your ego, you have to kind of put it in its place. It's a better way of saying than killing it, because we can't live without it. We need it for our identity. That is like the sun, right? And you can take this equation to the other extreme, where you have people that have given everything away to their emotions. Or better said, they've literally given things away to their codependent and toxic tendencies, and their emotions just follow them like a little puppy into whatever world they go into, whatever emotional chaos they go into. So when you get someone who's unable to see beyond their feelings, like if they're stuck in an emotional expression or cave or whatever you want to call it, but they haven't processed anything. For these people, the emotions take over their lives. They don't see anything but their emotion. They can't reflect. They become angry and express their anger towards everything, towards everybody. They get sad and they can only express sadness. Or they throw tantrums because they don't understand the dynamics of what's really going on underneath, behind their behavior. These people, sometimes us, you guys, I'm not talking about other people, like we've all been in one or another side of the spectrum in our lives. And sometimes we're doing really good and sometimes we're not. And I'm talking about this as if we're talking about a third party, but really I'm talking about us, you guys. we are sometimes unaware. We cannot see that if we just take a moment to reflect, we would understand. And even though understanding itself doesn't take any of the pain away, understanding does bring us closer to healing that original wound. So if we are to find that balance between our minds and our hearts, we have to take that journey. The toughest journey that we ever take is from the head, from the mind, down to our heart. And then it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. Then you got to go back to the mind again. And that's the healing process in a nutshell. But you have to have a sort of awareness that's above what's going on, an ability to observe yourself in order to really see it clearly. We're taking that journey right now, you guys. Don't get stuck in a certain part just because you're scared of looking at the truth. Remember, Jupiter is in Sagittarius. He is the truth seeker in this sign. Sagittarius is the seeker of truth. He's helping us to see it. Sometimes, it really just means you got to talk to somebody about how you feel. This week, I've had moments where my thoughts, my fears, and my emotions have come up, and simply by having a conversation about what I feel with someone else that I feel like I trust, that gives me the ability to understand. And I was just having a conversation last night, and it was like, wow, I was amazed at the amount of clarity I was gaining just by talking about it, just by explaining my situation. So the key is right here, you guys. It's not just on the surface, but the key is to understand at a very deep soul level. That is the power of this full moon. It's really amazing. We also have the moon trining Saturn. And remember, I keep talking about this, but there's that Saturn-Pluto conjunction. He's actually trining Saturn and Pluto as well, both of them. With the moon trine Saturn, we get to be kind of a little more practical and realistic, and I think that's going to be a good thing because it gives us a strong sense of responsibility over ourselves, which we need to have. We need to take responsibility for our actions, our belief systems, the things that we do, the things that we project, the things that we manifest. But Saturn can also be a little too logical. So it's important to keep checking in with yourself and asking yourself, where are you at in this journey to the heart and back to the mind, right? Because you're not going to feel safe talking to just anybody. So you have to make sure that you're expressing yourself with those people that you love and that you feel safe around. That's a very important part of allowing yourself to be vulnerable, which is actually a strength. It's not a weakness. Being vulnerable is a strength. The moon trining Pluto is beautiful because Pluto, beautiful in my eyes, beautiful in an astrologer's eyes, or beautiful in the eyes of, a teacher, or, someone who can see, the observer, the wise sage, the hermit. Yeah, the hermit card, right? It's beautiful because Pluto naturally rules Scorpio, and we're in Scorpio season, and we're having a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. So Pluto, by trining this moon, is expanding our awareness of all of that stuff. Remember in the beginning I talked about the lake and how the murky lake clears up and you can see through it, and you see the reflection, Pluto's opening up this door to our awareness of what's happening. And it's actually going to help us find the understanding that we need in order to continue moving forward. And when you're going through any kind of darkness, when you're going through any kind of difficult time in your life, a lot of us are going through that right now. No joke. A lot of us are going through some kind of hard times. You have to be able to see the bigger picture. You have to know that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and you have to know that you are on the right track. And this moon, you guys, is going to be that light that shines our path, that lights the path forward. It's going to be much needed, like, moments right now, a much needed moment. That's why this ceremony is going to be so beautiful that we're going to do next Tuesday. I'm going to sing some special songs for you guys. We're going to chant. We're going to pull cards. We're just going to gather together energetically. We don't need to be in the same room. We are gathered energetically right now. There's one more thing that is really, really powerful about this full moon. And it's Mars right here, Jupiter in Sagittarius, and a sextile. Mars sextile Jupiter. This is actually, so Mars is our drive. Jupiter in Sagittarius is expansion, big expansion. And so Mars sextiling Jupiter is, we get our drive back. Put up your hand if you've been feeling a little bit lazy, like lethargic, like there's too much going on and you just sit there and like stare at everything and you're like, oh my God, I don't know where to start. And because we feel like we don't know where to start, that's where the lethargy comes in. That's where the, feeling stagnant comes in, because we don't know where to go next. And then we lose our motivation. And then we feel like we're falling off the train or the tracks, or we're going off track. And then we start, being insecure and like feeling like we're doing it wrong. And then we start judging ourselves. It's like a downward spiral. Almost everybody, but it's a downward spiral that happens when we start that thought process. So this transit, Mars sextile Jupiter, is the spark that lights this whole full moon on fire, in a good way, in a manifesting kind of way. We're gonna feel this energy surge, you guys. That's why I'm so excited for this full moon. An initiative, an enthusiasm to fulfill our goals and our ambitions. We're going to see that opportunities are coming. They're coming our way. And all we have to do is just follow through with them. Start taking baby steps. Make yourself a list. If you're having a hard time getting moving, make yourself a list. I recommended this thing in the class, them Finding the Magic Playground, called The Miracle Morning. It's a book you can read, and then you download the journal and you do it, and you just start one day at a time. You work with your mindset first. Once you have, gotten your mindset to a vibration that is going to work for manifesting what you want, then that's when you start really taking the big actions. This is like a spark of manifesting powers. Like if someone is like sprinkling fairy dust, it's like we get sprinkled with fairy dust. So the challenge is to choose the best things for us to pursue, and to make sure that we're not going forward in the wrong direction or going backwards. It's another way. Going forward in the wrong direction is kind of like going backwards. They're the same thing, right? So that's powerful. And remember, the last couple of things is that, Jupiter and Venus are going to be conjuncting on November 24th. They're getting closer and closer together, and they're going to be conjuncting and aligning with the galactic center point. The nodes will have officially moved into the first decan, which is like the 10 degrees to 0 degrees. That's the first decan. And so they get stronger. So our call to destiny gets stronger. That's what happens when the nodes officially move into the first decan. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. I mean, the magic is here. The magic is here. Okay. Let me go back to the screen with moi and check the the chat one more time, you guys. Be present is very, very important. A lot. So I'm trying to work hard to ground. Well, the Taurus moon will help us do that, because Taurus is about grounding. It's the earth element. You're trying to take it one day at a time. Yep. We are all master manifestors. Every day is a new day. What do you want it to be? Yes, I love that. Jai, I probably missed it when you started. Why is this video titled The Eye of the Storm? Great question. It's okay. You're probably not the only one that missed it. I'll answer that question. So the reason I title it The Eye of the Storm is because right now we're sort of in this kind of emotional storm with the Scorpio retrograde, with the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio and Scorpio season in general. That the Taurus full moon will be that moment where everything just stops and you feel like suddenly, you know, I've heard people talk about literally being in the eye of a hurricane, having experienced a hurricane, and then all of a sudden, like, everything gets super still and the sun's shining and the birds are chirping again, and then all of a sudden, then the storm comes back. And so they were in the eye of the storm. And so that's what this full moon is going to feel like. And that's why I titled it that, because it'll feel like a moment to, like, everything stops so you can breathe. You could take a breather and then recuperate, realign yourself. This is going to be a day of realignment. It's going to be a day of remembering that when we take a moment to realign, that sometimes that's all we need to do to get through to the other side. It's literally sometimes all we need to do is just do a little realigning, changing things up. Oh, thanks, Brittany. So it's like a grounded assessing of all the emotions that have risen. Yes, very much so. And an opportunity to realign and get back on track with our goals. And the day, here's something really cool. The day right before, the moon actually conjuncts Uranus in Taurus. So the day right before the moon, it's going to be a little bit, it's going to feel like a little bit unpredictable, because Uranus is like that unpredictability and the moon is our emotions. So it's like unpredictable feelings. It's like a flux, a constant movement, but it's a strong imagination mixed with a really powerful intuition to innovatively find our way into a new life, into better alignment. So the day right before almost gets us ready for the full moon. And remember, Uranus likes to change things up. So this is a good time for us to initiate that change that is needed for us to take that quantum leap forward. If you haven't watched the November astrological forecast video that I did, make sure you go check that out. I put that video out every month, but it goes through the whole month and gives you like the whole overview of the whole month. And since a lot of you guys missed it, and I said I was going to recap, I'm going to be coming out with new videos this month on your psychic powers, depending on your moon sign, and also what your superpower is depending on your sun sign or your rising sign. It's almost as if the universe wants to keep things uncomfortable so the deep emotions still settle and we have to look and deal with them. Yeah, exactly. That's Scorpio season right there in a nutshell. The other videos that I'm going to be putting out are Jupiter and Capricorn videos for your sun sign and rising sign, and those will be available for purchase. And don't worry, it's going to be like less than $10 US dollars for the videos, but they're probably going to be on Vimeo. I'm looking into Vimeo and seeing how that goes. But Jupiter is going to be in Capricorn for a whole year. And its energy is going to be very different in Capricorn than it is in Sagittarius. So I want to guide you sort of through that whole year of Jupiter in Capricorn for each of the signs. So, and I'm going to keep making videos like that because I feel like that's going to be the best served energy for me to help guide you guys through life in general. So it'll be how Jupiter in Capricorn is going to affect you as an Aries, you as a Taurus, you as a Gemini, you as a Cancer, you as a Leo, and so on and so forth. And those videos will be coming out at the end of November, the beginning of December. And the other two things that I talked about were an astrology course in the works, and also the Moon Goddess training in 2020. And if you didn't hear about it yet, Jason and I are doing a holiday special where we do a live reading for you. I read your natal astrology chart and Jason reads your map of destiny cards. And we kind of collaborate and create this beautiful revelation of your divine purpose here on earth. So if you're interested in that, all the details of how to sign up for that are in the description of this video. Yeah, you're welcome, Alexa. Yeah, so what's going to happen with Jupiter and Capricorn is we're going to like pack the bag and start climbing that mountain. So it's almost like right now we're packing the bag because we're about to go on this like journey, right? We're about to climb Mount Everest, and we're like getting our bag ready, manifesting, creating new things, putting in our little ideas, or like if you want to think of it as like a witch with a pot, or like throwing all the, or cooking, you know, like throwing all the special herbs in it. We're like creating it, and then we're gonna drink it. And then we're gonna take that with, you know, that's gonna be your like our magic drink for 2020. And we've been getting ready for like, you know, this whole last year of Jupiter in Sagittarius. So that's kind of what, you know, so it's like, what did you pack on December 2nd? You're gonna be like, oh crap, I didn't pack my bag, or I didn't pack what I needed. Or you're gonna be like, I'm ready because I got everything in my bag. I checked it a million times and I got it and I'm ready to go, you know? That's why December is gonna feel like the train is leaving the station. Did you pack what you needed? Why did I think Lord of the Rings before they climbed that mountain? I don't know. Yeah, that's what you imagined? That's funny. All right, you guys. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I do. Yeah, vision boards are amazing. That's a great idea, Angie. Yeah, that's a great idea. Make a vision board for yourself. Like, so you have something to look at that it gives you cues, like focus on this, you know? It takes a lot more than a vision board to really create the change, because you have to do the internal work, but we are doing the internal work. Like, we don't have a choice, you guys. Like, we're doing if you're resisting the work right now, I mean, you must be like miserable. You're going to be miserable during this time, right? That's what I feel like. If you don't understand what's going on, oh my God, can you imagine? I can't even imagine it. I can't even imagine the people that are just like they're unaware that like something huge is happening and shifting and changing, and we're all moving into this new world together energetically as a collective, but individually on our own. And it's huge. It's a big deal. It's like a planetary shift. We're switching ages from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. Officially December 21st of 2020, when Jupiter and Saturn conjunct and both move into Aquarius. That's going to be the official beginning of that. But that's just, it's cool for us because we're alive during this time. But when you think of like the span of time of the earth, it's like little tiny little speck. It's nothing. But because we're here, it's a powerful time to be alive. That's what I mean. You're welcome, Michael. Your reading was spot on, Betsy. Nice. I love that. We are preparing for 2020 in a big way. You're welcome, Alexa. You're welcome, Darcy. Make us groupies t-shirts. Oh my God, you're hilarious. It is a lot. It's no joke. Like, no, it's not like just for fun anymore. We've got missions to fulfill. You're welcome, Wendy. All right, you guys, I will let you go. Thank you for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well, so you get notified of when I go live and when I upload videos. And also give the video a thumbs up. And if you did watch the replay, leave a comment and let me know how this resonated with you. And share this video out. Let your friends know. Let your friends and then your friends' friends know. Because next Tuesday we have, on the full moon, our ceremony, which is the most watched video on my channel. The moon ceremonies are the most watched videos. I mean, I love that. Like, that we all want to be here for that. And I play my music. I play my guitar and I sing, and we just enjoy it. You know, we gather together to have a good time and bask in the beautiful energies and heal. So thank you guys so much. I will see you Tuesday, and I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your week. Hang in there. It all has meaning. Don't worry. Find your strength. Face the truth. Don't feel bad. You got this. Sat Nam.